Good evening, everybody who is on. Let me see. Good evening, Jesse and Liz, the living legend, and the Magnificent Two. Good evening, and Cow Milkazi. Good evening, and Micah. How are you? Okie dokie. Now, if you type George into the chat, the draw is already open. Let me see. There are a few people already in. I'm wondering, has anyone typed George yet, or does it just happen automatically? Because Jesse, you're already in. Cow McCasey is already in. Liz is already in. Minion Mike and Magnificent too. Okay. That's a bit strange, but anyway, I shall not be concerned. How is, I think it's automatically, yeah, I think it is too, but I think it's only if you've ever typed George before. Cow McCasey, whereabouts are you coming from? Jeff's Big Bananas. Top of the evening to you, Jeff's Big Bananas. Whereabouts are you? Special people get special help. But you're all rather special here. Thank you very much, Kamikaze, for following us on Twitch, and also Jeff's Big Bananas for following us. Let us know whereabouts in the world you are. That might be nice. Jeff's Big Bananas is in Den Haag. I think that's Den Haag. Okay.
God, not too close.
Her indoors is already going into panic mode, saying hopefully not too close. Don't worry, I had a full head of hair when I met her.
Hey.
Kyle McCarthy, hello, I'm a friend of Soya Biniocchio. Okay, are you playing in Rotterdam tonight? Is it like a three-girl team in Rotterdam? Anna, yes, I do have friends. If you're anything like me, they're few and far between. Jeff's Big Bananas, I was earlier today. This is my alternative account. Jeff's Big Bananas. Well, when I think of Jeff's Big Bananas, and earlier on today, I'm wondering, were you and Mike? Yeah, DD. Is it double D? Dashing David. Dashing Dave. Folks, Dashing Dave came around to visit me today. He's actually real. He's in the flesh. He's still alive. Radiant Veluca hasn't killed him yet. Indeed, sir. There you go. It was absolutely lovely to spend some time with you today. And that's probably about the only compliment I've given you in your whole life. But it was great. And I look forward to the next time we get together. Yes, absolutely lovely time today. Having a little crack in the garden and in the house with Double D. I don't have any friends, only fiends. Well, there's a surprise. You're English and you're handsome. I mean, you know, you've got a lot going for you in some world. Okay, folks, we shall begin very, very shortly. It is, you know what show number it is tonight, folks. Her indoors, which show are we on tonight? Come on, don't look at the screen, look at me. Tell me.
67 or 68?
Can't you count?
No.
Make your call. Which show do you think it is tonight, Aaron Doors?
67.
You got it. 1967, the year that Glasgow Celtic won the European Cup. I thought I'd get that out now just before Gordy arrives in. Evening all, SRB 10:55. Electric Sheep Minion, really, nothing has changed where it comes to ordering food. It usually is late, it's usually cold, and 1 in every 20 takeaways tastes nice. I am listening to the Irish question mark Spotify page, so it's the quiz background at the moment, listening to a little bit of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. And whenever I play the song list, it brings me right back to doing the shows out there, which I hope will be coming back very soon. In the meanwhile, I'm just going to keep doing what we're doing here every Friday night until you all get sick of it. Congratulations to a man that I'm sure is going straight to the gates of heaven, Liz the Legend's husband, 44 years old today. Wonder, was he born the same ward as Frank? I think Electric Sheep Minion, you on purpose misheard me. Okay, folks, we've got a very interesting guest round tonight. Thank you very much. Liz the Living Legend has provided tonight's double points guest round. I did put it on my Facebook to give you some clues and ideas. It is a round on New England, which is a part of America, apparently the best part. Good evening, Dublin. Dublin calling. Evening, Pete. Let's hope you do well in the Dingbats, buddy. Jeff's Big Banana's got his wrist slapped for sending a long message, but let's allow that there, Jesse. Last time I ordered some takeaway Korean food, they asked me if I wanted ketchup with it. I said, of course not. You'll spoil the dog. Oh, man. Honestly, he cracked a couple of jokes with me today, Double D. In fact, I'm thinking Dashing Dave. Double D's a better name for Dashing Dave. Yes, indeed, folks. Irish question mark quarantine quiz show number 67. You thought it would only be, as we were discussing today, myself and Double D, Dashing Dave, we were discussing that we thought it would only be like 4 to 6 weeks before it would all go back to normal and we'd be right back out there doing what we'd done before this whole crazy situation started. Here we are a little bit later. I'm listening to the Soul Man. It's Friday night and it's quarantine quiz show number 67. Good evening, folks, and welcome to Irish question mark and her indoors Friday night quiz show. We're going out live on the Irish question mark YouTube channel, a couple of different Facebook pages. Thank God it's Frank. I think that stands for Liz. And if you'd like to share this on your Facebook feed, that would be great. The more people get to see it, the more people we have to abuse me and abuse each other, of course. So if you're ready, all you need is to pour yourself I was going to say pour yourself a piece of pen and paper, but that would be wrong. Pour yourself a drink, get yourself a pen and a piece of paper, and simply write down the answers of the following questions that I'm about to ask you. I apologize in advance for our guest round. Quiz time indeed. Thank you very much, Sophie and Senna, who, by the way, are going on holidays tomorrow. A little bit of useless information. Round 1, general knowledge. Let's get started. Okay, here's one for you to think about. Which is faster, a knot or a kilometer per hour? Now, if you're not sure what a knot is, well, should I tell you? Of course, it's basically a speed on water. So which is faster, 1 knot or 1 kilometer per hour? If you're not sure, simply get a coin, flick it up in the sky, do a heads or tails, because that's probably what Anna's just done. Question number 2. Question number 2 tonight is Rome sits on or near what river? Rome sits on or is very near what river? Question number 3 in our first round tonight. Question number 3. What grain is most used to make pumpernickel bread? Good evening, Captain Beer. Welcome on board. What grain is most used to make pumpernickel bread? Question number 4. What eye color, also a type of culinary nut, is referenced in the title of a hit Kelly Clarkson song? Now, more than likely, Pete in Dublin will get this one correct because I know I'm not supposed to share it, folks, but he's a big closet Kelly Clarkson fan, and I don't think it's just for the singing. What eye color, also a type of culinary nut, is referenced in the title of a hit Kelly Clarkson song? Question number 5. There we go. Question number 5. Her indoors isn't here. She's missed the first task that she has to do. Blow that damn whistle. Jan the man's asking a question. What country has the most men's FIFA World Cup tournament wins? Better late than never, folks. I think she was listening in the kitchen.
Sorry.
Good evening, Pat the Beard. He's a little bit late, but don't worry, Pat.
So was I.
Your teammates have got the first 4 answers wrong. Question number 6. Medicine, crystal, and stress are types of what? Medicine, crystal, and stress are types of what? Talking about stress. Good evening, her indoors. Now you're in with a cup of coffee for yourself. You're rested, you're relaxed. How are you today?
Good.
I have to say, folks, Double D, Dashing Dave, the quizzer formerly known as Dashing Dave or Dashful Dave. I'm really liking this Double D. Everyone likes a bit of Double D. He's in tonight in incognito as Jeff's Big Bananas. I'd like to thank him for his very kind gift today. He knows how to, straight to my heart, folks. Packet of Smarties. And a very nice little surprise he left for her indoors. That's all I'm going to say, folks. What can I say?
I love it.
She loves it. I have certain thoughts on it, and I'll share that to you off camera. Question number 7. The Palazzo Ducelle, or Doggy's Palace, is a tourist attraction in what Italian city? Now, is that Doggies or Dodgies? I'm sure if Gordy was here in Aberdeen, he'd let me know because he's good at pronouncing everything. What's the name of that city in Zimbabwe that he pronounces?
Aurora.
Harare. Minion Jesse saying Doggy's Palace, question mark. I don't know whether it's Doggies or Dodgies. Anyway, her indoors is just about to look that up for me because that's the sort of thing that she does. Whenever she's... Doohay. Hold on. Jeff's Big Bananas. He's very clever, or Big Jeff. Doohay. Doohay's Palace. Can you check that? Dodgy Doggy's Palace. It's Doge. It's Dua DJ. Electric Sheep Menu, you don't even know how to spell. Moving swiftly along to, oh my God! Winner on the spinner, folks. We are straight into one of our spin the wheel questions. Now, what can I tell you? He's trying to say I was trying to be phonetic. Don't swear at me. Folks, this is the way this one works. There is new rules for the spin the wheel. Would you like to tell us the new rules, Houndours?
Everyone wins.
No. The new rules for the spin the wheel is that you can only enter one answer. You cannot and should not enter any answers until I read the whole question out, because at the end of the question, I will give you a clue. Everyone is saying gone, gone. You're frozen. These are the new rules. Yeah.
Oh, you have frozen.
Okay, folks, am I back? Delay on the Twitch is not what I wanted to hear. You know, I am not actually sure what is going on with Twitch tonight. I'm back. Thank you very much. Anna, thank you very much. I love your wit and humour. Sadly back, just because she's got the first 6 questions wrong. Can we repeat the rules? No need to apologise, Pete. I've met you in the flesh. I shall indeed repeat the rules. Here we go. The rules are... I was only joking, like I froze a second time. I just thought I'd try and get some people upset. Basically, what I'd like you to do is wait until I ask the question totally, right? And when I ask the question, at the end of the question, I'm going to give you a hint. So say it's the answer's under 55. I will ask the question, then I will say the answer should be under, and this gives you a clue. Now, you can only enter one answer. And the reason why I'm doing this is because there are some people that are so quick at typing, it's embarrassing. Get yourself a life. So it's very simple. I'm going to ask a question, and I'm going to give you a clue at the end of the question. And then all you need to do is have a little think and type any number. Her indoors is then going to work out, as quick as humanly possible, who is the closest to the answer. Is that okay, her indoors? Do you fully understand the new rules to the game?
Not really.
You basically don't understand a lot of things in our world. Let's be honest with each other. Okay, so we are ready to go, folks.
One time.
Pat the beard. So, okay, clean. So we enter one line with all answers you can think of. The right answer, not just any number. You can have a guess, one guess only. Liz, I don't care if it's the right number or if it's any number. An electric sheep minion missed all that. Bimmers on the bombers. Here is your first question. Remember, one answer only. And the closest answer to the correct answer gets their name put on the wheel. If 2 people are the same distance apart, we'll put both their names on the wheel and miss out the last question. The question is, in how many countries do cars drive on the left-hand side of the road? The answer should be under 100. In how many countries do cars drive on the left-hand side of the road? And your answer should be under 100.
In the world.
In the world, her indoors. I didn't mean in the Netherlands. Numbers coming in not as quick as normal. I've got a feeling some people are going to be upset. Pat the Beard's worked it out. More Googling going on. Oh, you thought the Netherlands. I was only joking.
That could be round one. Now we all get another.
Okay, folks. So we should be getting all the answers in straight away now. There is one answer quite close. And it's not Pat the Beard at 37. Pat says he wants to retract the answer. He thinks it's 47.
No.
Okay, still waiting on some people to enter. What do you think is how many countries in the world drive on the left-hand side of the road? The clue is that it's under 100 countries. I got the answer from answers.com. And the correct answer is 75. So, by my checking, the closest answer is Dublin Pete. 5, 6, 7, 8 with 76. Congratulations, you were one out. I'm fine with that. Her indoors, you just get a timer ready and we do 30 seconds. Let's make it 20 seconds. Okay, that's what we're going to do. 20 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. The next time I ask, I spin the wheel. Her indoors is going to get her phone ready. And I'm sure she can work the stopwatch. Can't you, her indoors? Timer, stopwatch. We'll hear the alarm. It all gets so technical. It's frightening. It can only go wrong. Good evening, Arto. Arto got his second job yesterday and he's not feeling 100%, so he's going to play it today. Oh, so he's not going to play it today. He's going to watch the replay over the weekend. And I've sent Mark a few jokes on WhatsApp. Why, thank you very much. I shall check my phone at half time. Take care of yourself, Arto. Liz just wants to change the whole rules. Yeah, you know, I know she's her indoors Mark too. She now wants it the closest without going over, makes it easier for her indoors. No, her indoors says she's just too sophisticated to work with your half-assed rules. Let's move swiftly along. Question number 8. What device used to measure radioactivity takes its name from a German discoverer for the atomic nucleus? I tell you what, if this first question has upset them, the second one most definitely is going to upset them. Yes, well done. Thank you very much indeed. Please, we wish you all the very best, Arto. I got my second vaccine last Sunday. A bit of a sore arm for 2 or 3 days, but I'm actually feeling one step closer to being liberated. Moving swiftly along to question number 9. What Los Angeles suburb, among others, has the zip code 90210? Minion Jesse said every question upsets us. That's only the ones that you get wrong. All you've got to do is sit back, listen to your better half, because she's like my better half, nearly always right. And when she's not right, we just pretend she is. It's easier that way. Isn't that right, her indoors?
Yeah.
There we go.
Right, 20 seconds.
Hey folks, what can I tell you? It is anagram time. Anagram is worth 5 points tonight, and I'd like to say, even in his absence, in case he checks the rerun, happy birthday, Frank! Over a vice woman. Over a vice woman is an anagram of something that you might find in a kitchen. Over a vice woman is something that you might find in a kitchen? Take care, Ardo. Pat the Beard said, how am I supposed to know this? I think Pat lives in like sort of a little shed next to his very flash car, and he hasn't got a kitchen because he's always eating out. Her indoors doesn't even know what the word kitchen stands for.
Oh, no.
Okay, folks, so if you're watching this on Facebook, I'd like to say hello, good evening, welcome to my lounge. I've got her indoors, my better half, giving us a helping hand for show number 67. Yes, indeed, every Friday night since the quarantine lockdown started here in The Hague in the Netherlands. We've been putting out this little 2-hour show every Friday night because I used to do this in the flesh among different venues and for companies all over the Netherlands. But guess what? We're just here in the front lounge. The virtual tip jar is open. And let me see. I shall put the links into the chat in 1 second. Her indoors, have you any news for us? And please remember, it's a family show. Are you just going to sit there and ignore me?
I'm typing.
There we go. Thank you very much, folks. There is the links for the virtual tip jar, which is now open. Now the moment that you have been waiting for. It's Liz's New England round. Now, folks, I have to say, and I'll be very honest with you, I had a look at this round and I thought, Jesus Christ, Liz, are you trying to upset everybody? But I guessed basically 50%, and I don't really know a lot about American trivia. But when I heard the answers, it was a lot more obvious. So I would love to say I'm going to hand you over to Liz, and I expected her to ring the doorbell. And I'm sort of really bitterly disappointed that she didn't. Her indoors is shaking her head. shaking her head really, really dramatically. But, you know, I just actually thought that she'd be here next to me reading them out. But, you know, anyway. Maybe next time she does a guest round, she might come to, where am I going to be next week, her indoors? Armagh City, folks. Big news coming up shortly. Here is your first question from Liz the Legend's New England round. Here we go. How many US states make up the region collectively known as New England? Pat the Beard shocked. He said, what? There's a New England? Yes, but only in America. And it's got nothing to do with Brexit. How many US states make up the region collectively known as New England? Remember, we're going to award you double points for any answer you get correct. So you're going to get 2 points if you guess the correct number, which I nearly said, and then a bonus point, double points, 2 points for any one that you name of the US states that make up the region collectively known as New England. Question number 2. What is the most populated city in, yes folks, you got it right, New England? What is the most populated city in New England? Guzzle, guzzle, it's thirsty work. Question number 3. After playing 20 seasons for the New England Patriots, Which star quarterback joined the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Electric Sheep Minion saying I'm glitched again. I think Electric Sheep Minion's just winding me up, and the next time I see him, I'm going to punch him straight in the nose. Moving swiftly along to number 4. What is the name of the ship that transported a group of colonists known as the Pilgrims from Plymouth, England, to settle in Plymouth, Massachusetts? They basically went from Old England to New England. There's a bit of a clue in it, you know, a shipload of them, yeah? What is the name of the ship that transported a group of colonists known as the Pilgrims, not the Enterprise, from Plymouth, Old England, to settle in Plymouth, Massachusetts, New England? I'd like to thank the Hoyt family for your donation to the virtual tip jar. Thank you very much indeed. Question number 5. Which prolific author's books include Hotel New Hampshire, The Cider House Rules, and A Prayer for Owen Meany? So obviously, folks, as we go along here, Liz the Legend's dropping a few little clues in here and there to help you. You know, I'd like to thank Dublin Pete for your donation to the virtual tip jar. Pete, I land in Dublin City next Wednesday. Yay! Her indoors is over the moon, folks. Yes, my fantastic bit of news. I just cannot wait to halftime is I have booked a one-way flight to Ireland. What do you think of that, folks? Yes, one way. I am. The next week's show will be coming out live of Armagh City from my crazy cousin Christopher's house. He's already told me that he's petrified about me going live from his home, and he's going to go out for a walk for 2 hours. I don't believe it for a second. He's worse than me. And if you're listening tonight, Chris, I can't wait to spend a couple of days with you. We're going to have a lot of fun together while I wait until I'm fully vaccinated. Question number 6 in Liz the Legends. What England round is it? It's a New England round. Which band? Led by Donnie Wahlberg, formed in 1984 in Dorchester, Massachusetts. What was the name of the band Donnie Wahlberg formed? And I bet you Anna knew this band. Now remember, everybody, this is quite a specialized subject, but if you'd like your subject to be round number 2, the guest round, then it's simple. All you need to do is email me your round. Early in the week is a lot easier, and then I can put together a little bit of a presentation. But Liz the Legend done all this herself. I mean, she's so wonderful. That's why I call her indoors Mark II. Which New England state is paid extra attention every 4 years when it's the first state to hold its presidential primary elections? Which New England state is paid extra attention every single time there's an election every 4 years because it's the first state to hold the presidential primary elections? Thank you very much, Frank. I'd like to say happy birthday. Enjoy your meal. It's obviously your birthday meal. Hi, bye, and I'll enjoy the rerun. Question number 8. Multiple guess. In a New England slang, what does the word wicked mean? In New England slang, what does the word wicked mean? Does it mean evil, A, evil, B, interesting, C, very, or D, cool? There is a mistype in this slide, and Liz is going to be upset with me because she sent me a correction, but I didn't have time to put it in. A, evil, B, interesting, C, very, or D, cool? What if you're in New England and you say wicked?
Why would you just say wicked?
Because it's New England. Yeah, in Old England they say, hey, wicked, but in New England they say wicked. Family Van Hastrick, thank you very much for your donation. Number 9 is an anagram. Unscramble these letters to find the name of an American founding father from Massachusetts. I can also tell you that it is the name of a very famous beer, so that might help you better. Unscramble the names to find the name of an American founding father from Massachusetts. It's also a type of beer. Anna and the girls in Rotterdam are not enjoying this round too much at all. Liz, ditto. What do you mean I'm killing you? You're killing me. And number 10, true or false? Anna, it's time to toss that coin again and pretend you knew the right answer. Rhode Island has the highest percentage of cat owners in America. Is that true or is it false? Alrighty, folks. I would like to personally thank Liz the Legend for a very interesting round. Now, the reason why I say it's a very interesting round is because if you hazarded to take a guess at most of these questions, I'm pretty sure you're going to know most of the answers when I call the answers out. That is, of course, if I get them in the right order. Her indoors, Jesse and Micah, thank you for your donation to the virtual tip jar. Greatly appreciated. Cheers. Folks, have a little look here. You see some familiar faces, and these are people that have won the different prizes. Now, Double D, Dashing Dave, or AK Jeff's Big Banana, pop round today. He also got a mystery prize because I was thinking about this, and last week he was possibly asleep at the end of the quiz because he actually won the draw last week, and that's why I gave him a mystery prize today. He said to me, but I didn't win a mystery prize. And I was like, I'm sure you did.
No, it was Frank.
No, her indoors. Moving swiftly along. If you want to be included in tonight's raffle, quite simply, you just seem to type George into the chat. Just seem to type George. Well, actually, just type George into the chat and we will add you into the draw. Okay, so I'm going to move along to round number 3. Her indoors is threatening to do a cricket round. Folks, don't let me down. Question number 1. What animal is on the logo of the Lacoste S.A. company? Breda63 is now following us, and you are very welcome. Ronnie's Poodle Wrangler is also following us. Question number 2. With wins running from 1933 to 1981, who was the first actor or actress to win 4 Best Actress or Actor Oscars?
Are they from New England?
I don't think they're from New England, but thanks for asking her indoors.
Oh, we passed that round.
We're finished that round. Absolutely. Never to return. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I'm even going to give the answers out. I'm not like just going to skip and ignore, you know. I mean, she put a lot of effort in. Give Liz a break. You're just jealous. She's done 2 fantastic guest rounds. Have you done a first guest round? And we're on show number 67? Maybe you want to do a show on ironing. Ironing. I've been practicing, ladies and gentlemen, but I still think it's ironing. Moving swiftly along. Question number 3. What celebration literally translates from French as Fat Tuesday?
Tell the story.
I think it is Rachel Prevu. Thank you very much for your donation to the virtual tip jar. I do believe it is Rachel. We are family. I've got all my family. We are family. Read the chat. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. I have no need to read the chat out. I know I'm right. Kickers on the kickers. Yes, folks, it is your second chance to get on the spin the wheel. Our first winner tonight is Pete from Dublin. Pete, you cannot enter this part of the quiz. So I am going to give you another. Write that down, her indoors. And listen, folks, I have to share something with you. I went today to change the names to the latest ones that you suggested. And over the last 2 or 3 quizzes, you've sent some brilliant suggestions in. I just want to let you know, folks, that her indoors, during each quiz, physically writes them down. And then at the end of every quiz show, she throws the piece of paper away. When I went looking for it today, I was like, where's the rest of these suggestions for Spin the Wheel? And she's like, oh, it's all in there in an envelope. It was not. So lumps on the stumps could be on next week. Knickers in a twist. I like that one.
I'll write it down.
Yes, write it down and don't throw it away. Okay, so the rules are, folks, I will ask the question. I will give you a clue at the end of the question. And everyone can only write in one answer into the chat. And it is basically the closest person to the correct answer. Good evening, Christopher Withers, now on twitch.tv. Holy molies on the guacamoles. Yes, you are. Tips to the tops. Okay, folks, so here is your second question to get your name on the virtual, spin the wheel. So, let me see. Listen very carefully. Remember, you can only type your answer into the chat. One answer. Her indoors, when I finish reading the question, is going to start a 20-second countdown. Yes, you can only write your answer once into the chat. Thank you very much, Pat. So here we go. That was not my answer. Oh, give me a break. Oh my God. Okay, so here we go. Your question number 2 to get your name up on the spin the wheel is as following. Remember, I want you to type your answer in the chat. You've got 20 seconds. The question is, how many people died during the assembly of the Statue of Liberty in New York? The answer is under 20. How many people died during the assembly of the Statue of Liberty in New York? And the answer is under 20. I made a mistake there because I meant to say under 100, but it was... How long is left, Aaron Doors? Then press start right now. All she had to do was push the frickin' button. Three, two, one. Is that it, like?
Yeah.
Can you change that to an alarm bell?
Yeah.
Okay, the correct answer is one person. One person. He was called Francis Longo. He was a 39-year-old Italian labourer, and he was killed when one of the old walls fell down on him. The correct answer, and the person that basically Googled it first or guessed it first, was Ronnie's Poodle Wranglers. Folks, maybe you can't hear this, but in the background, that stupid alarm that Aaron Doors set for a 20-second timer has just gone off twice. Are you finished now? So, Ronnie's Poodle Wranglers, whereabouts are you? Or is it the Ronnie that I think it is? Moving swiftly along. I know you said once. I knew you were going to say that, Pat. If you had just left out the C. Yes, indeed, I know exactly which Ronnie that is. Cu is the chemical symbol for what metal? Question number 4, round number 3. Ronnie in sunny Cornwall. Is she in the pool in the back garden is the question. Will she share a picture of herself in the pool in the back garden for next week's show?
In the pool with the poodle.
In the pool with the poodle. Question number 5. Jan the man. Brooklyn, graveyard and turkey are terms used in which sport? Brooklyn, graveyard and turkey are terms used in which sport? Remember, if you're not sure for any of these answers, you're better off just having a total guess. And it is great that we have Christopher for the first time signed into Twitch.tv. Did you see that, Aaron Doors?
No.
He just popped in and said hello.
Hello.
Hello. Question number 6. Turku is the one-time capital of what European country? So, which European country once had a capital city called Turku? Most speed ingested would send you to the graveyard walking like a turkey. Question number 7. What fairy tale children ate pieces of a witch's house, albeit one made of candy and other sweets? Name the children. Liz is saying there's a slight glitch on the Twitch. if we're having glitch problems here with the high-speed internet in The Hague, I think we might have some issues next Friday night from Armagh. Her indoors.
It's not a we.
Oh, it's an I. That's well, it's me, and it's him indoors. Christopher will be him indoors next week if he hangs around for the quiz, or if I don't throw him out of the room that I'm filming it in. Question number 7 plus 1. If you don't understand my accent, universal product codes are more commonly known by what name? Universal product codes are more commonly known by what name? Oh, her indoors, honestly and truthfully. When are you going to tell everybody how much you're going to miss me? Question number 9. The European city of Vienna lies on which river? You know when you speak, her indoors, do you hear yourself in your earphones? I don't think anybody can hear you. Because, I mean, your wit and humour is so good. I'm surprised that people aren't bouncing back in the chat. Yeah, I'm pretty shocked. Jesse, can you hear her indoors? Obviously, she's not saying anything now because she's not playing ball, obviously. I'm going to move swiftly along to probably one of my favourite parts of the show. It's Dingbot Man! Alrighty, thank you very much, Dingbot Man, for that brief but very special personal appearance. Folks, the Dingbat is in front of you. It is worth 5 points. Simply say what you see. Thank you very much, Jeff's Big Bananas, or Double D as we like to call him. She's the little to my large. What you talking about? Keep your thoughts clean, her indoors. It's a family show. Liz has told me I'm gone again.
Yeah.
Do you think possibly that Liz's children are all up the stairs watching pornographic movies in their bedrooms and Liz is wondering why these Twitch is glitching? I do hope that I'm glitching at the moment and Liz didn't hear that.
You have glitched. You're glitched. I'm broken.
Yeah, rugby hookers, Robert. What were you thinking about? Anna is saying in Rotterdam there's no glitches at all. That's probably why she didn't stay and watch the show in The Hague. She's a lot clever, that Anna one. A lot cleverer than I remember, I can tell you. I wonder how good her answers are tonight. I'm waiting for you to tell me that I'm not glitched. My screen's blank. Your head is blank. Never mind anything else. Everything's perfect, Liz is saying. But then she's got eye roll after it. Do you think that means that it's not actually perfect? Electric Sheep Minion. Rotterdam's got better internet than The Hague. Our head of technical advice, her indoors, just looked at me blankly and said, "What are you doing?" It's like, "Well, I'm waiting on you to tell me what to do." And her advice was nothing.
Now it's a bigger fish. You can't fly.
Now, my issue and my slight problem is that when I open my performance, and I'm going to take a photograph of it, can I have my phone please? Because I'm going to put this on the page tomorrow or tonight, that with all these glitches that I'm having, here it is telling me that my stream quality is good, and you do not have any notifications for the glitching. So I unfortunately do not know what is causing this. Her indoors is really not helping me at all, folks. What can I tell you? Now you tell me I'm back. Reloaded the player and now it's running smooth. It's the internet. Pat the Beard, thank you very much. I thought it was her indoors. Anything can happen. Also, anything cannot happen, if the case may be. Captain Beard said there's lots of hookers on the internet. I'm back. I'm back.
Quick,
read the questions and the answers. So, folks, I hope you all done well in the answers that I just gave you to the New England round. Not. Here are your correct answers to the first, second, and third rounds. Here we go. Question number 1. Which is faster, 1 knot or 1 kilometer per hour? The correct answer is 1 knot per hour. That is the speed on water. 1 point for that one. Number 2. Rome sits on or near what river? The correct answer is the Tiber. Question number 3. What grain is most used to make pumpernickel bread? The correct answer is rye. Question number 4. What eye colour, also a type of culinary nut, is referenced in the title of a hit Kelly Clarkson song? Like to give us a few bars there, indoors? Do you even know who Kelly Clarkson is? From The Voice?
Yeah.
The correct answer is hazel. Give yourself a point for that. Captain Beer, thank you for your donation to the virtual tip jar. Question number 5. The country that has had the most men's FIFA World Cup tournament wins and the country that's played in every one of them is Brazil. Give yourself a point for that one. I do hope Anna got that one, at least guessed it right. Medicine, crystal and stress are types of what? Her indoors.
Drugs.
Not drugs, but I like the way you're thinking. The correct answer is a ball. A medicine ball, a crystal ball, and a stress ball. Not medicine drugs, crystal meth, and stress drugs. She's watched too much of Breaking Bad. Question number 7. The Palazzo Ducel, or how is it pronounced, her indoors? And or Duguay's Palace is a tourist attraction in what Italian city? The correct answer is Venice. Electric Sheep Minion's starting to sound like Gordy in Aberdeen. It's Doogie, I told you already. Moving swiftly along to question number 8. What device is used to measure radioactivity? And it takes its name from a German discoverer for the atomic nucleus. The correct answer is the Geiger counter. Question number 9. What Los Angeles suburb has the zip code 90210 among others? The correct answer is Beverly Hills. Give yourself a point if you guessed that one out. Number 10. Over a vice woman is an anagram of something you might find in the kitchen. Thank you very much, Liz the Legend. Shaking her things, doing her things, doing the anagram dance. The correct answer is a microwave oven. A microwave oven. Now, folks, the part of the show where you were all waiting for, double points round. Are you still with me, or is all of this crashing in, crashing out, just to wind me up and to put the stress level back up again? Liz, you're going to have to go back and give the last 2 answers. We all crashed when the Geiger counter was on the screen. Okay. Pete in Dublin saying the stream keeps dropping out. Well, unfortunately, I don't know why, because I have a high-speed internet cable and the highest speed available with my provider. If the stress rises, just play with your balls. That usually helps. I presume you mean a crystal ball. Question number 9. It's a bit like deja vu, really. What Los Angeles suburb has the zip code 90210, among others? The correct answer, if you had a decent enough internet feed, you would know already, is Beverly Hills. And number 10, doing her thing again, it is indeed still Liz the Legend, shaking her thing, doing the anagram dance. Over a vice woman is an anagram of something you might find in the kitchen. Give yourself 5 points if you rearrange them letters and worked out a microwave oven. And that's probably the only piece of equipment that Pat the Beard has in his heating up food kitchen. Moving swiftly along to round 2, Liz's New England trivia round. Liz the Legend said that Pat the Beard had a liquid dinner this evening. Did he liquidize it? Here we go, folks. Try and control your excitement, especially up in Rotterdam, because I'm sure you're going to guess a few answers correct in this round. Over in Cornwall, how many US states make up the region collectively known as New England? Her indoors, what do you think the correct answer is?
What's the question?
The correct answer is 6. So, I know you never listen. 2 points if you guessed that there are 6 US states that collectively make up the New England region.
I didn't know.
And 1 point for each of the following states: Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. Yes, indeed, folks.
Stock market's being weird. You've stopped again.
Question number 2. What is the most populated city in New England? The correct answer is Boston.
I just can't
Okay, folks, moving back to let you hear the first answer. Liz, this has got nothing to do with you or your PowerPoint slides. I ran through the whole thing twice and it worked perfectly today. This is unfortunately just an internet hit on a Friday night when the internet is being heavily used. That is, I think, an ongoing issue that we're going to have to play along with. Anyway, the answers for question number 1. Her indoors, I'm going to give you the answers, and can you just literally type in the answers into the chat, please? Are the Olympics starting tonight? Number 2, what is the most populated city in New England? The correct answer is the city of Boston. Question number 3. After playing 20 seasons for the New England Patriots, what star quarterback joined the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2020? The one and only Tom Brady. Number 4, the name of the ship that transported the group of the colonists known as the Pilgrims from Plymouth, England to settle in Plymouth, Massachusetts was known as the Mayflower. Question number 5, the name of the author. His books include The Hotel New Hampshire, Cider House Rules, and A Prayer for Olamini. It is John Irvin. Question number 6. Peckers on the tackers, bones on the stones, flesh on the dash. I'd like to thank Liz the Legend for sending the PowerPoint on Google Drive, which I'm now thinking quite possibly could be part of the issue at this part of the quiz. But anyway, I'm going to battle on. It's bones on the stones. It is time to get your name on the spin the wheel. Please hang around and let us get past this absolute madness that Her Indoors is technically doing bugger all to fix. Have you got the 20-second timer ready, Her Indoors?
Yes.
Are you sure it's only going to go off once? No, it's the answer you need to say. Okay. Question number, to get the third person on the bonus wheel. Now, this one has a bit of a... This one is going to be a little bit tricky for everybody unless it is something to do with Scotland. You know, someone to do with Scotland. I put this one in because I was inspired by Gordy's smoothless guess round last week from Scotland. So I'm going to ask you a question. And the question is, in meters, how deep is Loch Ness at its deepest point? The answer is in meters, double points, and it is over 200. Type your answers in the chat. How deep is Loch Ness at its deepest point? The answer is over 200 meters. 200 and what? Holy Moses, even Her Indoors surprised me with that sound effect. Wow. Which band, led by Donnie Wahlberg, formed in 1984? It was New Kids on the Blocks. The correct answer for the Loch Ness was 230. Who had the closest to 230, Heron Doors?
Ooh, we've got 227. Electric Sheep. Hello? Electric Sheep Minion. Electric Sheep Minion. Yep. 227 for this one. It's the closest.
Question number 6. So the answer was New Kids on the Blocks. We're going to move swiftly through this round about New Hampshire, New England, because I'm not sure whether that's the problem or whether it's actually the internet. The New England state that gets extra attention because it's the first state to hold the presidential primary elections is New Hampshire. Give yourself a point for that one. Question number 8. In New England slang, wicked means very. The answer was C, very. Question number 9. When you swap around the answers, lad amuses ma. The correct answer is Samuel Adams. And the last one in this round, true or false, Rhode Island has the highest percentage of cat owners in America. The correct answer is false. It is in fact New Hampshire that has the highest percentage of cat owners in America. The winner for Spin the Wheel was who? Who was the first winner in? The first winner was Electric Sheep Minion. And the correct answer to the answer was 230 was the correct answer that I was looking for. Now, hopefully you are all back on board. Round 3 potluck answers. If you're having any issues, please let me know. Liz, beautiful round. Thank you very much indeed. The answers, when you heard the answers to the questions, it was a lot more obvious. That's the sort of quiz questions that I like to use. So, fantastic. Next time, your new, the whole PowerPoint, brilliant. I think just make it in a PowerPoint program and send it to me if possible. Anyway, here we go. Heron Doors, what are you saying? What animal is on the logo of Lacoste company? The correct answer is a crocodile. In the New England round, it was double points per correct answer. Liz wants to know, does alligator count? Well, is an alligator and a crocodile the same thing? Is a chicken and an emu the same thing? Is a yeti and a naked mark the same thing? Don't answer that, Heron Doors. Liz said we had crocodile. Well, I'm going to... Robert says they taste the same. I don't think that counts. I do believe the correct answer is a crocodile. So, unfortunately, I can't give you the point for alligator. You should have listened to Pat the Beard in the first place. 1 point for that. Number 2, the answer was right in front of your face, folks. It is Katharine Hepburn, the first actress to win 4 Best Actress Oscars. Katharine Hepburn, give yourself a point for that. Someone was asking earlier on, what sort of points do you get in the New England round? As many as you want, because we were glitching the whole way through it. But basically, 2 points for each correct answer. So you get 2 points for the number 6 in question 1. If you named any of the US states, you get 2 points for that. And then it goes throughout the 10 questions. 2 points for every correct answer. Or, in most cases, every correct guess. Moving swiftly along to number 3. What celebration literally translates from French as Fat Tuesday? The correct answer is Mardi Gras. Number 4. Cu is the chemical symbol for what metal? The correct answer is, of course, copper. Give yourself a point if you guessed that one right. Number 5, Brooklyn Graveyard Turkey are terms used in which sport? The correct answer is 10-pin bowling. And the only question is, why did I ask this question? It is because Liz the Legend, this is all about you. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Twerking that turkey. Twerking that turkey. Yeah, baby. Moving swiftly along to question number 6. Turku was the one-time capital of what European country? Now, the correct answer is Finland. And I hope that Ardo, or FNC, is enjoying having a little giggle watching this in the repeat, saying, I'm glad I didn't watch the whole glitch show and I would just watch the highlights. The correct answer is Finland. Give yourself a point for that one. The fairy tale that children ate the pieces of the witch's house is, of course, Hansel and Gretel. Give yourself a point for that one. And number 8, universal product codes are more commonly known by what name? The correct answer is barcodes. Number 9, the European city of Vienna lies on which river? The correct answer is the Danube, or Danube, if you just want to sound stupid. Her indoors is trying to look at me and saying, smile, smile. But she's not sitting in front of a fucking technical nightmare and trying to pretend nothing's happening while looking over the screen at you, our technical expert, going, it isn't really helping. Question number, have a Smarties, she says. I'll shove the Smarties. Dingbat time. 5 points, ladies and gentlemen, if you guess this correct. The correct answer is eyes on the prize. Yes, indeed. Give yourself 5 points if you guess that correct. Dublin Pete, did you guess this dingbat correct? Because basically, at this stage of the evening, it's about the only thing you're good at, Pete. Liz says, can she get eyes on the mystery prize? Eyes on the mystery prize is 5-word phrase. And as for Pat the Beard, fancy writing some of my script, baby? Alrighty, folks, we're going to take a very short break. I'm going to go out into the garden, slit my throat, and try hanging from the nearest tree. We'll be back with you very shortly. In the meanwhile, talk to yourselves while I check out what Arto, or FNC, our Finnish comedians, jokes are and what's up. And then, hopefully, her indoors can do something correct for a change and type them into the chat. Back with you very shortly.